You're listening to Empire of Rust, the first and greatest Transformers RPG podcast. Join the heroes of Cybertron as the last vestiges of Starscream's war take them to the far-flung colonies to defend the planet from distant threats and protect the Cybertronian Republic from the shadow of the Harmonium.
Welcome back to Empire of Rust, the first and still greatest Transformers RPG podcast. How's everybody doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Not too bad.
Oh, this is the part where we talk. Yeah.
Good?
Yeah,
Yes,
doing
this is
good.
the part where we talk. Thank you. Matter of fact, most of the podcast is the part where we talk.
That's why it's doing so bad. I just get it now.
Oh, yeah. God, if we would just shut up.
Statistically, the part where we're talking is the part that's failing.
How are you doing, Mike?
Thank you for asking, Mike. No one ever asks how I'm doing.
That's 'cause no one cares.
Oh,
Ouch.
wow. Okay.
Wow. I am not standing next to Magnum for this entire episode.
I bet you've been asking that question for the last 60 episodes, and this is the first time that someone actually said, how are you doing, Mike? You've just been waiting. You're like, you know what? Was going to give you treasure, but fuck you guys.
Magnum gets a negative level. The rest of you all lose your equipment.
Who actually asked? Was it Mike?
Yes.
See, so he should get a level. See?
That said it.
Yeah.
I think he would enjoy Magnum getting a negative level, though, almost as much.
It's a present for me. Anyway, I wanted to wish Pat a happy birthday.
Thank you.
Because if I remember right, it is. Sorry, is it today? No, it's today or yesterday.
Mine was a couple of days ago, but that's in the far past for the listeners. So
back in the Neolithic.
All you listeners can still wish you a happy birthday. I mean,
that is true. You should say belated birthday.
Perfectly fine. Or you could get a jump on next year's and wish you a happy birthday now.
Ah.
All forgotten by them.
Probably a good idea because I'll forget. Yeah, birthdays are like skulls. Everyone's got one.
And no one remembers they're there.
That's true.
Well, we generally do a birthday gift for each of our characters whenever, when our birthdays come up. And Pat, that means it is time for Carapace to get either a feat or a ability or some stat bonuses or an item. What'd you pick for yours?
Because I re-listened to the episode, and I realized that I even said in it, I was like, oh, hey, we fought these obnoxious spider things, and they had this really, annoying weapon thing, and I'm trying to kind of follow up on the theme that I'm cannibalizing on people like that. So I'm going to try and duplicate that ability. So I'm effectively going to have a web spinneret ability thing, but I think we still need to work on the mechanics, but that's
okay.
It's effectively gaining a feat that allows me to gain more build points for my alt form. So, and it functions as a winch for free in my tank form. Hey?
Okay. All right. I see where you're going with that.
That wasn't a no.
Not a bad choice.
That wasn't a no.
Just got to get him to commit as many things as possible on the air.
Yeah.
Everyone's watching it.
Recorded. I don't know. Maybe I should just run a game like Mike does and just say yes to everything.
Oh, man.
If only.
Man.
A Star Trek game that you ran, you just said yes to every single thing that players asked for.
It was awesome, too.
Yeah, but it also worked against us, too. We, found something weird, oh, is this thing making us sick? Yes, it is. How's it making it sick? You don't know.
Oh, no.
Because I don't know.
Just came up with it now because you said so.
Truly is the monkey's paw of DMing.
And Adam, you need to come up with one because your birthday was back last year, and I think we were in the middle of the Rustford files when we did that. So you need to pick something as well.
Okay.
Right now, Adam. Right now.
All right. If you put me on the spot, I think I'll go with a little bit more dex, because you can never have too much dex.
You can think it over. If you want to do Dex, you're welcome to it. If you want to do something else, you're welcome to that as well. But make certain that you make your choice.
All right.
Live or die. Make your choice.
Matt, did you pick one?
Yes, I did. I think.
Did we talk about it on air?
No, because I just picked it just now. I picked a feat, but it's going to be funnier it's pretty funnier when I use it. So hang tight.
Make certain it comes out this episode.
I'll try.
Okay, let's go ahead and get back into this. When last we left, you had just found Swampstone. And Magnum, I think you were the last person to really talk to him. Do you remember what you were saying to him?
I remember we figured out that he was a headmaster. So.
Oh my God,
yeah.
Magnum, he's actually a lot like you. He's got a smart head and a stupid body.
I can't deny it.
Well, you could deny it a little.
They didn't recombine yet, did they?
Yes,
They did?
they did. Yeah. So what does he look like?
Is that how we found out?
Yeah, he climbed on top of him and then he transformed, and I don't know if is he still in the water? You know?
Yeah, he's still like waiting a little bit, so like up to his knees or something like that.
Well, I mean, he can go whenever he wants. Like, he doesn't have to wait. It's just I'm sorry.
I think the ball's in your court here.
Yeah.
Lame joke.
Yes, that was a lame joke. Admittedly, I thought you'd be bigger.
Well, I mean, the water's over his waist, so.
No, I'm talking about like the turtle. Like, I was really expecting like a Zaratan kind of thing based upon like how big his legend was.
Does my size disappoint you?
Not disappoint, but surprised. Size
Yeah,
surprise.
Characters always wants everyone to be bigger.
I hope you don't judge me by my size.
No promises.
Foolish you would be.
So, should we talk right here, or do you have a place to take us, or what's going on?
This is my home. There is no place else we can go. Tell me, I understand you are seeking me out.
Correct.
And you wanted me to resurrect someone.
That is correct.
Well,
One of my-
technically, Wild Strike is a secret.
Ah, one of the Decepticon elite warriors. I have heard of you.
Yeah, he pretty good.
How'd you end up hiding here anyway? Given the number of bounty hunters that seem to be after you, I can understand it. But by the way, don't go to California.
California. I came here because everyone on Eukaran was asking for my help. Asking to revive friends or to be healed. So many bots sought me out. I could not find a moment's peace. That is why I came to Earth. That is why I came to this far-flung region.
I had a feeling that might be the case. So, in that regards, apologies to inconveniencing you.
Why is the fate we've prescribed against you?
Because my very existence breaks the bonds of fate.
Oh, you just became my best friend. God damn it.
Oh, that could...
If someone is fated to die, and I undo their fate, then what power do the Fate Weavers have?
Seriously! I've been asking that shit for like 10,000 years.
Who is it that you want revived? And more importantly, why should they be revived?
I have a companion back on Eukaris that I feel a sense of, I guess, protection. Like I feel like a desire to protect them. They're, relatively speaking, newly raised to sentience. Childlike. In a lot of ways, not that we use that term, but newly raised to sentience. He has a herd of little Dinobots that kind of swarm around him, and we are largely responsible for keeping them safe in his territory. And while I was away, a apex predator came in and killed one of them, and he was very hurt by it. And I said that I would do everything in my power to try to bring them back. And that included looking for a mythical creature, which, to be honest, I didn't actually think we would find, so there's that. But they're barely animals, much like your body, your Swampstone itself. It's like, they wouldn't even know that I was doing it for them, but my friend would like it if that member of his herd was restored. I do have a question that might lead to an alternative.
Go on.
Can your gift be taught? My friend already has a connection to healing, though it is a spark compared to your, flame. But I suppose that's kind of the point, isn't it? This is about manipulating sparks. So, one of two things could happen. Either one, you could transfer your ability to them so that you would no longer be hounded, because you wouldn't have it. Or, if you could teach them, then that means there would be two of you, and then you could just say that you no longer have the ability. We also have a very nice, the lands that we are stewards of is actually very nice, and there's plenty of places where a being of your size could live anonymously for perpetuity. Like I said, very convincing.
It's true. I've seen the area. It's very, very sparse, and not a road to be seen anywhere.
Your tenure here might be shorter because it's starting to get attention. I mean, we found you because someone else found you, or was going to find you, who knew where you were, and there's going to be more and more. Unfortunately, we might have to change locations anyway.
That's true.
And we certainly can help you with that anyway, regardless of what you decide. But, yeah, there are going to be more and more people bothering you here, unfortunately. Although, like I said, don't go to California.
Learn to swim.
Go ahead and give me a diplomacy check.
Oh, God.
My diplomacy check was a 33 for aiding.
Okay, I'm awful at diplomacy, just so we know. But here's the number. Let's see. Natural 1. so I have a 6, and with the plus 6 that Adam gave with the aid, I have a 12.
It's always a net 1 and a net 20 for you, right?
Yeah. I mean, like, even if I'd rolled well, it's just like, the only thing that would have worked is, like, the reasoning. Like, the fact that I said it in kind of a haughty way, I guess. I don't know.
the arrogance to believe that I could simply give my ability to someone is unbelievable. But you do raise an interesting point, that I can no longer stay here. If bounty hunters are coming for me, then I can't stay in one spot any longer.
Mike, while this is going on, Wild Strike and Nika will be kind of patrolling around, just be on the lookout for in case anything comes up and tries to sneak up on us.
Like more spiders.
Yes, exactly.
Those fucking things.
Yep.
Boss, you gotta. I'm getting your shoulder there. I gotta get out of the swamp water here. It's all full of bugs. You know that? You know it's still full of bugs.
Do the bugs bother you?
Yeah, the bugs bother me. They're getting all the little cracks and crevices and everything. They're under my armor plating, boss.
Oh, that can't be good.
And he like lifts up one of his legs and like water just sloshes out of it.
All right, come on, come up here.
Look, there's leeches.
Oh,
I don't even know what a leech is.
maybe it's a good thing. It's a sign of luck.
God, I love Nico so much.
and blood loss, apparently.
I will accompany you to Eukaris, and I will meet with your friend. But I am going to want something from you.
I figured.
A favor at a point in time of my choosing.
Oh, do you need me to hunt down and destroy the Fate Weavers? Because I
mean, that was on the list anyway.
do that.
We'll talk.
We can take you to Venus. Yeah, that might be better.
So yeah, you get the sense that you didn't convince him to help out of the goodness of his heart, but you do feel that you got him to at least come with you to Eukaris, and then maybe you'll have a chance to convince him with Rex.
You know what's actually kind of great about that is Rob's character is a charisma class. Like, he's actually really good at this, and the purity and simplicity of him is perfect. And then when you guys roll, when you add 12 to his 20, it's that's gonna be awesome. It's don't take it from me. Wow, I haven't
take
seen
it from anyone but
Robo-Tears.
Carapace.
I haven't seen Robo-Tears in a long time. Actually, the lake that you were sitting in are my own. I just cry and whoa, dude. Sorry, man. World sadness on your shoulders.
I'm not going to belabor the point as to how you get back, but I want you to at least tell me how you plan on getting Swampstone from here back to the space bridge. Because don't forget that when he transforms back into his turtle mode, he is savage. He is not in his right mind. You didn't ask him about that either. So if you want to talk to him about it, you're welcome to. But the thing is, one thing I want to know is how you plan on getting Swampstone from here back to the space bridge.
I mean, I guess at this point, do we care about being noticeable? I mean, we could just fly there now that we're, story-driven. We're
works for me.
I mean, we do have we have Wild Strike and Sweet Spot, so.
Yeah, Sweet Spot can carry all of us,
Yeah.
Wild Strike doesn't deign to be carried.
Well, of course not. Why would he?
Jet gotta be a jet.
Sweet Spot's shuttle mode, is that a completely odd-looking thing here, or could that be passed off as something from this world?
It might not be, because I chose that when I was on Cybertron. So it was a vehicle partaking of Cybertron.
Okay.
It's also incredibly large to fit 4 medium-sized bots.
All right, wait, I have an idea. We need 5 truckloads of cotton wool.
No, I am not going to get myself into a giant flying trench coat over my phone.
No. We'll just glue them to the bottom. And just make sure you travel with the wind.
Like a cloud.
I believe cotton is a fibrous material that is quite flammable. I don't think that will go over very well.
So there is such a thing as stealth skin, which allows airborne Transformers to avoid detection by radar, which I'm pretty sure that we can hide basic stuff. We just want to fly by night.
Yeah, I mean, if we just do like fly by night or something like that and just do stealth.
Yeah, we could do that.
Especially if you go up really high, it's going to be.
Do fly by night, go up really high. Yep.
Because, I mean, you can get to the atmosphere.
Probably do it. I can.
I could use the, if we need to go during daytime, my holo projector can, the size of the illusion can be up to 16 squares, and I can maintain it for up to 3 hours. So that would cover you.
Is it a static hologram? Like, does it have to be in one place, or can it be on a moving thing?
It can be on a moving thing.
All right, cool.
We'll just put a big sign underneath them that says nothing to see here.
Yeah, all right.
Do not let Magnum program the holo emitter.
I ain't letting him touch shit. No offense.
Like I need to.
All right, that's likely what we're going to do. We'll use the holo emitter to get going right away, and then, just basically keep on flying throughout the night. Get us back to the space bridge.
And we can go right from Earth to Eukaris, right?
No, you can go from Earth to Eukaris.
Alrighty then.
It's a connected network.
That simplifies things.
I'm going to monitor airwaves because we still know someone's looking out for this guy, and there could be others around here. So everyone keep their vigilance up.
Good. So, yeah, sweet spot. You transform into your shuttle mode now that you know. Now that you have a clear origin point and a clear destination, it's easy enough to fly there. No problem. You transform, and the lot of you pile into Sweet Spot's ship form. Wild Strike, I'm assuming you're going to fly on your own under your own power?
Yep.
Okay. Seekers will be caught dead inside a slow ship like Sweet Spot.
Yeah. It's not going to happen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or rather just gentlemen, as it were. We are about to become at our cruising altitude of about 2,000 feet, and then we will be flying under the radar, so to speak, with our holo emitters. That will be on in just a moment. I have turned on the seatbelt sign. Feel free to use as many seatbelts as you can grab to make sure that you do not roll about to the inside of the cabin, because that will throw me off balance, and who knows where I might land. I believe nose first or nothing comes to mind, but please keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times, and thank you for choosing Sweet Spot Airways.
I have never been inside a flying vehicle like this.
What do you think?
It's a very smooth ride. I expected it to be like the flight path of a bird, jerking side to side. I expected it to be more chaotic.
Sweet Spot knows his business. Yeah.
I'll make sure that transmission reaches Wild Strike. Hear that, Wild Strike? I'm smooth.
Watch out for that turbulence up ahead.
What turbulence? Whoosh!
Compression wave, inbound.
Oh God, we're all gonna die. Who's yelling? Oh wait, that's me.
All right, opposed piloting check. Sweet Spot, Wild Strike. Go.
Oh no.
I'm going to ram him.
I'm going to put my thrusters on full for just a split second, then turn them right off so he'll fly right over them. And then forget how to turn them back on for a full second.
Take an uninspected detour to the moon.
My piloting skill check is a 38. Thank you very much.
Piloting? What'd you get?
38, my friend. 38.
Wow.
It's right there on roll 20, in case you want to double check that.
I got 32.
Now, last I checked, that is less than 38.
All right, sweet. Well, Wild Strike tries to shoot past you, create a little turbulence in your wake right there, and you manage to hit your air brakes, and he just shoots right by you, like smooth as silk.
While we're flying, would Swampstone consent to a paint job?
Interesting.
Why do you want to change my outer form?
Because if...
Oh, come on now. It's called camouflage. You should be aware of that.
Yeah. It's going to be urban camouflage in a way. They're looking for a big green dude, right? So...
I mean, because he's not wanted. He's just, there are bounties on him. So it's not like he's illegal. It's just that someone might notice him.
Yeah, I mean, the less we heard, part of our job here is to keep you safe and not screw up your privacy is more than we have to. So, if they don't know you were here and left the planet, all the bounty hunters that are still on this planet will keep looking for you in Florida. And California as well. So, if we were able to sneak you through, we could protect you one way or the other, but it might be good for your future privacy that people thought you were still on this planet. And guess what? I'll do you one better. If you decide to help, I'll end up deciding to help us. I'll design. Hold on, I can't do this. He pops his head off. I'll design a decoy Swampstone turtle and drop them all over Florida. And that should keep them busy for a while.
That would mean that I finally get some peace and quiet.
Yep. Go ahead and roll up that diplomacy. And assuming you were being truthful about what you're going to do to help him, I'll give you a +2 for it as well.
Oh, well, I'm not talking about being truthful. I'm talking about making turtles.
I don't know. I just feel whenever Magnum speaks, I should always have him do a bluff check. But I'm telling the truth.
You can trust me. Trust me.
That's what happens when you're really good at lying. Alrighty. I clapped the low rolls today.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
I get a 22 plus a 2, so that's 24. And I didn't get aided at all, because Dagger's got a 6.
What colors were you thinking of painting me?
Well, I was thinking a nice earth tone, but like with oranges and reds that look like a nice sunset, and maybe blue on the legs.
and a racing stripe.
You look like a walking lake. Yeah, because that's what turtles are known for.
Do you have a mirror inside of your form, Magnum?
I'm sure I do somewhere.
So I was going to say, if we go inside, I can project different color combinations onto him so that he can pick and choose and see what he would look like. Form of
All right,
changing room.
Right now.
No.
Before we land, I'll go full-size building right inside sweet spot.
Too much.
Sorry about that.
Love it. So you got high enough, so he'll be amenable to a paint job. He is going to prefer some earth tones, something a bit more subtle. He vetoes the racing stripe immediately. Although racing stripe on a turtle.
There's something. Yeah.
I know this rabbit. Have you ever met? Yeah, I don't think we get along.
You're a great roommate.
But yes, he will. He'll consent to a paint job, so to give you some bonuses for that. So mechanically, if it comes to a disguise check or it comes to any kind of perception checks to recognize him, it'll either be at a +2 or -2, whatever is most beneficial for him.
Okay. Alrighty.
All right, it takes a few hours to get all the way back to Metro Titan because it is across most of the country. But you make it there with little difficulty, and you pull onto the landing pad of Metro Titan.
I don't think I've carried so much for so long. Everybody out. I'm done.
The lot of you are at Metro Titan, and you make your way through the city to the immigration embarkation area, and you start making your way onto the space bridge. Before we go, one quick perception roll from you, Magnum. Or Pythagoras, whoever is out right now.
Usually both of us. 28.
You see that same immigration dude.
Oh dear.
Looks like he is, he's kind of off the side taking a break. He's got a cigar in his mouth.
A cigar?
Cigar.
Yep.
God.
Oh, they make those. I'll trade a
Nothing
smoke
to see here. Nothing to see here. Move along. Move along.
Forbidden substances, my bolts.
Before we depart, I wanna take a few laps around the complex. You know, my last time being on solid pavement for a while. I know where I'm going.
Yeah.
I know where I've been.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get some all-terrain tires for you?
Yeah, it just won't be the same.
Also, I think there's a limit to how much all-terrain tires
All
can
terrain
really
doesn't
do.
mean all terrain. It means most terrain.
You know what all-terrain is? Your shuttle mode is what that is.
Mm-hmm.
That's all the all terrain I need.
All right.
You pop in the coordinates to Eukaris into the space bridge controls, and you step on through. The space bridge opens on Eukaris in Talon Valley. And I'm actually going to show you what Talon Valley looks like.
Oh,
right
Sounds
here.
sharp.
that should be.
Oh.
Oh my gosh!
It's
It
beautiful.
is beautiful.
It's not a map. It's an actual.
It definitely is.
Portal opens onto what is effectively a large landing platform, just a place for kind of people to stand while transportation is complete. And you see this really, really beautiful view of Talon Valley, looking down into Talon Lake with Onyx Island in the center of it. And you can see the city that has kind of formed around it. This is Walker City.
Walker, Texas City.
Not to be confused with Navitas, which is, I guess, Running City.
Yes, running city.
Yeah, right. And you would know, Carapace, that this right here is not a Titan. This is where the Titancella used to be. In fact, the lake that's now formed over here is where
It's her crater.
not her landing crater, but where she was sleeping.
Right.
And then she woke up, and then her corpse is elsewhere.
Could we resurrect a Titan?
You ask for miracles.
No, I don't know anything about how your power works.
There are limits. Titan sparks are incredibly powerful and difficult to understand.
Yes, we have
Oh,
some
we know.
experience with this.
That we know.
Maybe Navitas would be willing to give some of, little green blood there.
This city has grown since I left. I don't think resurrecting Chela here would be a wise idea. Chela's mission was to guard this planet against standard formers such as your companions. With so many immigrants to this world, they would be in significant danger should Chela be reborn.
Well, then let's just not do that.
Is that necessarily a bad thing?
Hey, we're standing right here.
Well,
I mean,
I'll hit Wild Strike in the
Just a
shoulder.
question.
Did he call me standard? I have to work harder.
It's the worst insult you can give Magnum. You're so basic, kid.
Call me a basic bot.
I've never seen Magnum just like shoot a child in the face before. What the hell happened? He called me a basic bot. What do you want?
I sort of expected this space bridge to just drop us into the ocean like Mount Celestia or something like that.
I know, right?
Carapace, so I will give you the rundown here so you can share with your companions. So as I said, the space bridge opens up here on Talon Valley, with Talon Lake down in the crater there. Onyx Island is the center island of the lake. Walker City is all around. There are energon mines over to the east of the city. There's 3 main districts in the city: the Warrens, the Market, and the Tribune. The Warrens are kind of like the residential area. The Market is shops and services, and then the Tribune is where the Council of the Tribes, of the 4 different tribes, will meet. And you know that this whole area is considered neutral territory where all members of the various tribes are welcome. And there are strict rules, like one of the few places where like the rule of law is the primary thing versus everywhere else in the planet where it's
Right.
might makes right.
Speaking of might makes right, is God damn it, what's his face? The 3-headed dragon.
Scourge.
Scourge. Is Lord Scourge here?
The election is still wrapping up, so he'd likely be on Cybertron
I figured.
until the actual election is done.
That's what I thought might happen.
There are strict rules against violence between the members of individual tribes while here in the city and in the surrounding areas. And it is strictly enforced if anyone is seen making a scene or fighting between tribes. They are punished heavily. Once you get beyond the city limits and like the area around it, it is a jungle. It is a free-for-all. So, watch yourselves.
There's no place like home.
You do know that there is a place called the Weaver's Den that is very close to the city, which is the home area for the Fate Weavers. It is near one of the waterfalls coming off of the mountains that surround the valley. Beyond that, there is a forest to the south, and the Fur Walkers are further south past that. The Scale Walkers are your tribe is west from the forest, heading into the canyons and towards the mountain, the volcanic mountain ranges over there. The Cloud Walkers are to the east of the forest, over on the plains and the villages that are in the sky. And then the Wave Walkers are the ones that are the furthest away. They are close to a place called Crystal Beach, which is actually beyond the Scale Walkers' territory. You and Rex are in, your homes are in the Scale Walkers' territory, near a place called the Ashen Tarpons.
Cool. I will be on extra, paranoid level looking around for Fate Weavers to see if they are observing us, because I would like to have him remain hidden if possible.
Okay.
So the problem is, it's like, just like on Cybertron Sweet Spot, like, I'm known here, so like anywhere I go is going to draw attention. So I was going to say, I need to stop by the the shop's place and buy some components so I can integrate this web thing into me. But I really shouldn't. But if somebody would be willing to go in and do that, that would be greatly appreciated. It would probably have to be Magnum, Pythagoras, and anyway, because he would know what parts to help integrate them into me.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
Well, I got news for you, Carapace. You cause a scene everywhere you go, not just here.
Right, but
it's because he's been here before. That's why
it seeks me out here. So,
all right, I can go shopping for you, my friend.
Thank you.
But I don't think we should take. What should we call you? How about Bog Rock?
Oh,
yeah. There we go.
Oh no.
I do not want to go into the city. I think that would be a bad idea.
Agreed.
Yeah, we want nobody to know you're here.
Right. What's the equivalent? And actually, if it would help, before we left, I would have at least temporarily, I would take my attention deflectors that are integrated into my body and integrate them into his.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a good idea.
If you want to say you did that on the flight in, I'm perfectly okay with that.
So whatever, I don't know what his level is, but he gets a +1 bonus on stealth checks for every 2 character levels, and I'm assuming he is not a scout.
He is not.
I'm assuming he's a outlier.
You might be correct.
Yeah, I figured as much. Okay, so whatever, he's probably higher level than us in order to be able to cast Resurrection. So yeah, so he probably gets a decent bonus. Like,
okay. +1 is stealth for every 2 levels, you said, correct?
Correct.
Simple enough. Why don't, Magnum, why don't you and Wildstrike head on into town to buy some shit?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, come on, Wildstrike.
All right. Come on, Nico.
Do we have to disguise ourselves?
Why would you need to disguise yourselves?
Yeah.
Well, should we look more beast-like? I mean, should I get, like...
You're in the city, you're a tourist.
Like, bunny ears or something.
Go and buy some shit.
All right.
Oh my god, Matt. I just realized, so you can change your form, like, cosmetically in, like, whatever, place you're in order to blend in a bit better. You're going to turn into a giant rock as Magnum. You finally become a rock lord.
Oh, yeah. Rock and roll, baby. I'll get directions from Carapace, and we'll just head over there. What do they take here, anyway? They take Shanix?
Strength.
So we have to beat up everyone?
That's why that's definitely
no, it's surprising. I guess it would be like the 20s are kind of like glares. The 5s are like pointed fingers. The dollars are kind of like just like, like mean words. It's one of those kind of things.
All right, so we insult them and point at them.
Yeah, and look at them like threateningly.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
I was expected to have one of those strength tech checker things with the hammer, and the thing goes up to the price.
What's your discount, buddy?
Yes, Matt, they are going to take Shanix because this is the only real trading outpost on the city. But if you're willing to intimidate them, they may knock the price down a little bit.
All right. Yeah, let's give it a shot. So we'll go get his spare parts. Actually, though, does Swampstone want anything while we're out shopping? And does anybody else want anything while we're shopping?
But get some treats for Rex's herd.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Tires?
Ah, okay.
Tires, yes.
Tires.
Get a bunch of tires.
Mini tires.
Sweet spot. Let me borrow some tires.
No.
I'll give them back.
No, you won't. Not the way I give them to you.
The funny thing is like now, we didn't. It wasn't an issue before, but now they keep trying to go to the tar pits and just getting that a little bit more,
Magnum, Wildstrike, the two of you are walking down through the market district. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of little shops and stuff around. It's kind of a little bit of a touristy area right now because like a lot of people have kind of come in to experience Eukaris, and there's actually a good amount of immigration from the various colony worlds here. Primarily beast formers. You will find the occasional standard former or the vehicle around, but it is like 95% beast formers. But you'll see birds, you'll see tigers, you'll see giant insects, you'll see the occasional bot that looks like a fish, but obviously walking around. And yeah, occasional dinosaurs.
Occasional dinosaurs.
Wildstrike, as you are walking down the street, you have to stop really quick for a moment as a herd of petro rabbits start running in front of you.
I'll give you petro rabbits.
A whole bunch of like little tiny robots that are about the size of Nico, and there's about a good 30 of them that are crossing in front of you right now.
There goes a lot of luck.
And yeah, you make it to a shop that's effectively selling body parts. Extra limbs, pincers, mandibles, like big chopping mandibles, like that. And you even see, like in the window, a pair of wings.
Huh. Wonder who we can attach these to. Just a magic sweet spot cardboard with the wings on the top.
The two of you get to the shop.
Welcome to Parts. What can I get you?
I have to compliment you on the succinctness of your name.
Yeah, we don't waste time here. What do you want?
Excellent. Give me web fluid, miscellaneous retractor connector robes, Spidertron joints, and arachna limbs.
And those wings.
Those wings, yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll find something fun to do with those.
The wings in the window?
Yeah.
How much for the wings in the window?
All right. He gathers up all the stuff right there.
It's all right. It's going to be 400 Shanix.
All right, yeah.
That stuff, that's not worth 400 Shanix. 200 Shanix.
Of course it's not worth 400. It's worth a lot more. I'm just being generous.
I'm going to use some intimidation here. Give some old, the guides that Carapace gave me. Do a little glare, point at them.
All right, go ahead and roll me up Intimidate.
16.
16.
Thank you. Roll 20 for another 5.
6.
All right.
I imagine the two of you kind of just like posturing against each other.
Yeah.
If you ever saw Full Metal Alchemist, the scene where the two big brawny guys are looking at each other and their shirts just burst open.
Armstrong and the butcher. He was a butcher, right?
I think so. Yeah. If you haven't seen that, you should watch that scene. It is amazing.
It is amazing.
The two of you will glare at each other, flex, and just threaten each other for a few minutes, and then after a couple of tries, he'll just reach his hand out and shake your hand.
Okay, I'll return that.
250 Shanix.
Go ahead, Magnum. Pay him.
I was going to say, fine masculine friend here.
For my fine standard former friend.
I mean, do you want his com code? I'll give him the money. You guys, do you happen to know if you got a smoke shop around here? I'm running low.
Yeah, there's, we got some cigars over in the corner over there.
Fucking cigar.
Not much, draw for them in here. Tourists grab them occasionally.
I'll check it out. I mean, they don't light. I can't light them. I'll try to light one.
Hey, what are you doing? Why are you trying to burn that? You didn't pay for it yet.
I'll just pick it up, bite it in half. It's paid for. I got my bag of horrors. So, and wings. Here you go. Here you go, Wildstrike. There's your wings.
We should stick these on Carapace.
To attach as you see fit.
Yeah, Wildstrike. They're beautiful white bird wings too.
All right, we gotta hide these, and then later on, when he's not paying attention, we can sneak him on him.
Yeah, because like that never's gonna happen.
Okay. I'll distract him.
What is wrong with you? This doesn't go with my aesthetic. I mean, you know,
There's something back there.
You with your
keeps turning around.
You with your thickness should understand.
I want to find a place to get tires.
Yeah, you're walking around, so there's no tire shops, but you can find a place that sells a rubber tree plant.
Really?
Oh.
Little baby ones. You think that they're selling them to tourists to like bring them home?
You think they'd like to eat these?
Perhaps.
They'd probably just eat anything you give to them.
Give me 100. The trick is getting them to grow before they eat them. Give me 100 plants. Please growl at him. Please, bot strike.
Slam my fist down, point at him. 100 plants.
The bot running this shop is actually not a native Eukaran. He's like, okay. No, they're yours. Wow, this works out so much better than expected.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll transform again, load up my cargo.
So you think I'm lying,
pots of plants.
All right, so you got your parts, you got your wings, you got your Saigar, and you got your rubber tree plants. All right.
I'm not keeping. Well, I'll keep the paths of the Saigar, I guess. I was hoping they had some sort of like pipeweed or something like that here. Probably have to go out in the jungle for that. I think throughout our travels in the jungle, we'll try lighting various weeds on fire and see what happens.
Unless there's anything else, yeah, you guys can get back to the rest of them, and you can start making your way south out of Talon Valley into the forest.
Oh, good. More death.
home again, jiggity jig.
Carapace, you know that it's going to take a couple hours at a good like walking speed to get through the outer section of the forest, and then again from there it's going to go into the canyon lands, which then will then go into your scale walkers territory.
Okay.
But you know that it's going to be still a few hours in the forest before you clear that.
So I didn't return the solar generators that we brought for our Earth travels. We should still have that stuff.
Long-term rental?
Well, I'm using it for my trip, and the trip has not finished.
Nice. It is it's starting to get towards evening, so we're at about twilight right now. The shadows are getting long, light is starting to dim and getting into nighttime. And as you're walking through the forest, you hear all the various sounds of the forest. Very, very, very loud, very distracting, I think, for most of you, except probably for Carapace.
Mm-hmm.
It just sounds like home for you.
Yep.
I will turn on my headlights.
Okay.
Whoa. Put a shirt on.
I've had this operation several seasons ago.
The light continues to dim, and you're getting into full-on nighttime now, and the only illumination is whatever, and this is like pure darkness. This is not like the cities that you've been in. I imagine this is probably like very unusual for you, Sweet Spot, because, you know, typically you would have lived in a city, and there's always going to be some ambient lighting. And it is pitch black. It is the kind of dark that only happens in a forest at night.
Is there a moon around Eukaris?
You know what? I'm not certain, but we'll say, sure. Yeah, there is.
Okay. I was going to say it would be darker if there wasn't one. Did I ever tell you about like the greatest darkness I've ever experienced?
You have?
There was a couple of summers ago, I had the opportunity to go through like Croatia and Austria and Slovenia and, you know, a whole bunch of different countries. And there was a underground cavern. It's like the largest like caverns in like, you know, in Europe, I think. And while we were walking around, I can only assume that this is true because I never was able to verify it, but I was lagging behind to like admire some, you know, pillar that had like, you know, been dripping for, you know, 5 million years or some shit. And I was the last person in the room. And then all the lights in the place just went out. like all of them. So like I was like a mile and a half underground or some shit, and it was just total darkness, like primordial. Like it was like I'm like, oh, this is what the Underdark is like, which was both hella fucking dark, and it was a lot colder than you would probably suspect. Like it was a chilly thing. And then ironically, I didn't panic for some reason, because I was like, okay, I have this feeling that in the next room they're like, okay, we have to turn the lights off most of the time. If you want to see what it's like, here's what it is. But I didn't get to hear that speech, so I just kind of sat there in the dark for like a minute, and then the lights came back on. And then I walked on into the next room, but I was like, nope, that is the darkest dark that I've ever darked.
So yeah, you are walking through the forest here. All the only illumination you have is whatever lights that you have on. So sweet spot, your headlights. If anyone else has a light or any kind of illumination going on, that's the only illumination that you see, and it's not casting in a very wide area as well. You're getting at most maybe 20, 25 feet worth of usable vision, and then it's just darkness. As you are walking through the forest, I imagine, Carapace, you are in the lead.
Yep, and I am in my Delver mode, because that allows me to ignore the penalties for difficult terrain.
I want all of you to make a perception check.
I love being home. So, 27.
41.
I think I'm like, oh yeah, I'm really good at this. I forget about... Never mind.
Wild Strike got a 19 and I got a 26.
And I myself got the, looks like 22.
Everyone except Wild Strike hears rustling in the forest in front of you. And as all of you train your lights forward, there's a creature in front of you that looks like this.
Ugh.
Oh, that's awesome. I can't wait to figure out what that tastes like.
I want you all to roll for initiative next time.
Mother.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a nasty fight.
Oh, I'm so looking
From
forward
the
to
Secret
this.
Files of Teletran 1, Empire of Rust is written and GM by Michael Ordway. Detective Magnum and his partner Pythagoras are played by Matthew G. Ambassador Sweetspot, Councilman of Velocitron, is played by Adam H.U. The Decepticon Target Master, Wildstrike, and his partner Nico are played by Mike M. And Carapace, the Beast Warrior of Primitive Eukaris, is played by Patrick Finn. Additional characters are played by Michael Ordway, Brandon Ouellette, and Charlotte Chapman. Outro narration by Derek Bixby. Empire of Rust is supported by the humans and networks of planet Earth, whose online networks provide access to libraries of sound effects and music such as Storyblocks, Zasplat, Blue Zone, Pixabay, Paper Yellow Music, and Dark Fantasy Studios. We are distributed by the Transmissions Podcast Network. Stay up to date with all the latest news and reviews in the world of the Transformers by going to transmissionspodcast.com or searching the Transmissions wherever you get podcasts. You can communicate with the heroes of Cybertron by joining us on the Transmissions Discord channel. There you can discuss episodes, talk to the cast, and download the rule set used in Empire of Rust. Teletran 1, signing off.